Hey guys, so today I have basically a little sort of tag video I guess for you today. I'm going to be answering 10 questions to reflect my year. This is a tag that I've seen a couple of YouTubers do now. I've seen Amy Vagabond do it as well as Zoe London, and I really loved the idea of the tag, so I sort of wanted to get on board and maybe, you know, share some things that maybe have happened in 2017, the good, the bad, the ugly, that sort of thing. And yeah, just sort of record and document just things that have happened last year. I'm gonna jump right into the tag now. Where were you this time last year? Now, this time last year, I probably wasn't doing anything terribly exciting because this time last year I was just coming back from a trip to Dublin that I had with my boyfriend and his friends for New Year's. So that must have been like a few days or something before today last year. But in terms of what I was doing today, I probably wasn't actually that much, like, because I was still in uni, so I was probably doing like my dissertation. That was a ball ache and a half, but I was probably doing my dissertation for uni because I was still in uni at that time, and just doing uni work because bloody hell, like, the start of last year for me in uni was just literal hell. So yeah, that's what was happening, and yeah, I was working myself silly and getting myself so stressed over things that wouldn't matter this time next year, or this year I should say. So yeah, that's what was happening this time last year. Where are you now? At the moment, I am currently like doing my dream job. Like, I am currently doing freelance writing for a couple of companies, sort of fashion travel related, and I really enjoy it. Like, it's probably my dream job. Like, it took me probably a long time, like probably in the last few years, to realise that I wanted to be like a writer for my job. And any fellow writers out there know how hard it is to find freelance work as a writer and that is paid enough. It's ridiculous. But luckily, in February last year, I actually got my dream job, and even though I wasn't really working that much because I still had uni, but it was around sort of June time that I started doing it full time, and I literally love it so much. It's weird because I did a degree in like fashion design and construction. You'd think that sort of like, oh, it wouldn't really help me in like sort of my writing because it's like something completely different. Like, it's not design, it's not making garments, it's not any of that sort of stuff. But actually, like, it does help so much, like so much like fashion knowledge that you need to know when writing about stuff to not sound silly. Just like love commentating on like different trends and all that sort of good stuff, and like people's style, like celebrities, and yeah, and like fashion week shows and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I literally am so lucky and grateful to have got my dream job pretty quickly, I'd say. If you could describe the year in 3 words, what would they be? Now, if you don't know already, 2017 was quite an up and down year for me. Like, it was very sort of, how do I like to say this? It was very sort of up and down in terms of, because uni, I was really struggling at uni. I hated my course, I hated everything about being there, and I was really bad actually. I began to sort of miss lessons because I hated the course. I didn't want to be there, I wanted to quit. I was like crying every night, it was mental. So probably one of those words to be stressful, because I was incredibly stressed. Definitely in the first half of last year I was incredibly stressed. I didn't know at that time, like, I didn't know how to get a job as what I wanted to do, especially in like January and early February. So I was very sort of lost. I didn't know, I definitely didn't want to do design. I've definitely been put off design for life. I've been put off making garments for life. That is not my forte. My final collection was shit. And yeah, so definitely stressful. It was also very exciting though. Like, I actually did do quite a lot of exciting things last year. Like, in May time I moved in with my boyfriend, which was very, very exciting, and especially because it got me out for like a really rough time. Like around May, June, I was feeling very elated but also very unhappy with my current living situation. So it's very, very good to sort of get out and just remove negative people and toxic people from your life, and that was very exciting for me. I also did quite a lot of travelling as well, so it was very exciting. I'd also say it was very unpredictable in terms of my mental health, because I was very up and down because uni was making me depressed, and then I was feeling elated, feeling like, oh, I could take on the world, I can do all this stuff, I can make stuff happen, I can just complete it and just get on with my life. So it's very sort of up and down. I didn't quite know what was going to happen next. I was very unpredictable in terms of my emotions. I was crying one minute, I was very happy, I was crying, I was very happy. So yeah, they're probably the words I describe last year: stressful, exciting and unpredictable. What are you grateful for? Definitely last year, and definitely like I am very grateful for having like a very supportive family and friends network. Luckily my family in particular, especially my parents, have been very supportive in what I've done. They've never sort of been like, oh, you can't do what you want to do, and forcing me to do another career choice. They've been very supportive. You know, as long as I'm earning enough money to like live off, they're very comfortable with what I'm doing, and they just sort of like help me through sort of tough times. Like, I had a lot of stress, as I say, in uni, and they helped me through that. They pushed me on to finish the degree and said, you know, you can do this, you can do this, you can get over it, you can smash it. And yeah, they helped me a great deal actually last year, and I'm very, very thankful. I'm also very, very thankful for my boyfriend. He also really, really helped me to get through the majority of last year, because he was a very good support system in terms, again, of my emotions. Last year I was very up and down, and he was very sort of calming. He would listen to me, he would sort of agree with what I was saying, and you know, try to get me out of toxic situations for my health and stuff like that. So it was, yeah, he was very, very supportive, and I love him for it. I'm also very, very grateful, as I said before, for having like a job that I love pretty much instantly. Like, I couldn't wish for anything better really, and I'm really, really grateful for that opportunity really last year. What goals did I accomplish? Well, obviously I'm saying I got my dream jobs. That's something. I managed to finish uni somehow. I don't know how, but it happened. And when I graduated, it was the most happiest time of my life. I was very elated. I was very happy because I'd finished something that was stressing me out for years, and I did it. I got a degree. Even if I won't use it directly, I got a degree, and I'm very, very proud of myself for that. I got a 2-2. And yes, it might not be the best grade in the world, but no one cares. Talking about uni, I also managed to get a 2-1 in my dissertation, which I was very excited about. Like, that is probably the only thing I really cared about in uni, especially like in the final year. I didn't care anything about my final collection, my designs, anything like that. All I cared about was getting a high grade in my dissertation, because obviously writing is what I went on to do in my job. So I wanted to get a fairly high grade in that, just for my own self-satisfaction really, just to say like I've done it, and yeah, I managed to do it, which I was really, really chuffed about. I also finally plucked up the courage to start YouTube after so many years of literally wanting to do this. I finally plucked up the courage in August last year to be like, fuck it, I'm gonna start, I'm gonna make my YouTube channel. And this is what I did, and I'm actually really loving content creation at the moment. I'm really thoroughly enjoying it, and I've got some really good plans for this year in terms of YouTube, so I hope that you all stay tuned. What did I not accomplish? I can't really think of anything I didn't accomplish. Like, any sort of goal that I had last year, I sort of met it accordingly. What brought most joy in 2017? Definitely, as I said, surrounding myself with great people and, you know, just having that constant positive support system around me during probably one of the hardest times of my life, I would say. Really helped me get through those tough times, and obviously helped me through the other side to something that's a lot more positive. Obviously moving in with my boyfriend, that brought me a lot of joy, because I said that got me out of a really sticky situation in terms of my living situation at that time. It was very awkward, so it got me out of that, as well as obviously me being very happy in terms of my relationship and how that was developing at such an early stage, I'd say, because we got together in November 2016, so it was only about 6 months that we've been together when we moved in together, which people would say was quite early, but I sort of felt quite ready for that as well. And it also really helped the fact, as well, as I said, that it got me out of a sticky situation, so win-win. Also did a lot of travelling last year that brought me a lot of joy. I went to Berlin in about February-March time, which I really loved. It's a really beautiful city, and I'd highly recommend it if anyone would love to go, because it is fantastic, especially for history lovers. You're gonna love it. I also went to Mallorca and Ibiza. I went to Ibiza with my boyfriend, and it was sort of like a trip for his birthday, because it's like late July, and we had a real ball. It was like a week in Ibiza. It was really nice. I loved it so much, and I got a bit sunburned. And then in September I went to Mallorca, and I really loved that. I went with my boyfriend and his family, and I met some of his distant family, like I met like his cousins and such, and I really loved it because they're all so lovely, and just, yeah, just surrounding myself with very positive, lovely people, and I can't thank them enough. Well, as like foreign countries, me and my boyfriend went on a lot of road trips, especially in like Wales and like the UK and such. Like we went to Hereford for a weekend, we went to Chepstow, we went to North Wales as well. We did like a couple of days in North Wales, and that was really nice. I love like road trips. I think sometimes they're even more exciting than actual like big holidays, because it's just exciting, like exploring somewhere new on your own terms, and I really enjoyed it. What new habits have you acquired? I've definitely acquired like a new sense of motivation. I don't know what it is. Like with my work, obviously like you have the off day, especially like working from home, being self-employed, you have the off day. But most of the time I'm very motivated. I keep to my goals, I do my work, and I don't get distracted as easily anymore, which is really good. And I think it's definitely due to like me loving what I do, and, you know, just wanting to push myself to achieve. I also have developed a habit of going to sleep early, like not too early, but probably about like 11 o'clock, sort of half 11, even though I went to sleep at 12 or just after 12, but I did go to sleep, and I woke up sort of about 9:30, which might not seem early to some people, but it's a lot better. Like when I was a teenager, I remember on the weekends from school, I used to like go to bed at a stupid time, like 5 AM or something, and wake up at like 12, and that just done me in, like, honestly. So I'm so happy actually that I've got a good sleep routine. I know when I'm gonna fall asleep, I know when I'm gonna get up every morning, and that keeps me motivated, it keeps me awake and ready for the day. What old habits have you acquired? So I think the question is old habits that you're going to get rid of in this year. Definitely like putting too much trust in people. Like I'm quite a nice person, and people would probably say like I'm a bit of a pushover almost, because like I'm very trusting people. Like I like to think that they're always good people, even if they might not have very good intentions. I always think that most people are very, very good, unless I come to think otherwise. And I always trust people a lot, and yes, that is probably my downfall, and I am sort of learning to sort of not trust everyone, not be too skeptical, of course, but be a bit sort of, you know, not immediately trusting people and their intentions. Definitely I'm going to leave behind like not standing up for myself, because definitely in school I used to be the biggest pushover. I used to like let anyone say what they want to me, and I used to be like smiling like, yeah, okay, and I was really like too nice almost, like. So I'm definitely leaving that behind. I'm standing up for what I believe in. I'm going to say if I don't agree with something, even if it means saying someone close to me, I'll say what I believe in, whatever the consequence, which sometimes turns out wrong, but then again, I feel like I have enough self-worth now almost to sort of stand up for what I believe in and take nil crap. Definitely being less confident, like last year, well, probably it's been like quite a progression from like sort of when I was in school to now. I am a lot more confident than what I was in school. I wouldn't really talk to anyone in school, but now I am pretty chatty. Like I can talk to strangers in the street sort of thing. If they talk to me, I probably wouldn't be able to make a conversation still, but if they talk to me, I'm very, very happy to sort of engage in conversation and be friendly, whereas I probably wouldn't maybe say as much a few years ago or something. I'm also, actually no, I'm probably not as great with groups though still. That's something I still need to conquer, like this fear that I have, like of groups and talking in front of a group, because yeah, that's still a bit of a downfall for me. I also have partly got rid of my unproductivity sort of state of mind, and been less unproductive and more productive, which is great. What do I want to achieve in 2018? I want to still be like content with the life that I have and surround myself with positive people and positive, you know, positive boyfriend, etc. And just have a great life and just sort of see the benefits I have of my life and just stay positive, and hopefully my mental health will improve. So I want to remove any sort of toxic friends completely out of my life. Like any negativity is just not worth it in the end. So I literally, it's very, very hard. Like it took me ages to sort of realise they're bad friends and to cut them out. But once I cut them out, I feel so much better. I feel so much more confident. And just don't let anyone drag you down, because it's not worth it, and they're just jealous of what they don't have. So that is definitely something I'd recommend for anyone watching this to do in 2018, because it's very elating and you feel a lot better. I also want to carry on with the job that I love, like it's very sort of sporadic, like being a freelancer. You don't really know when you're going to get jobs or how long they'll last, but I really, really hope that I can carry on doing what I love this year, which I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. I also want to travel more. I've got like plans to visit different countries. I really, really want to visit Iceland. I want to visit Scandinavia, particularly Sweden, maybe Norway, that sort of area. I really, really want to visit there. I don't know why. I've always had a fascination with Scandinavia, and I'm really, really hoping 2018 will be the year that I actually go. I really want to go back to New York as well. It's bloody expensive, but I really, really want to go. I'd love to go to LA one day. I don't, probably not in the pipeline for this year because obviously the cost, but that is something I definitely want to do at some point. I'm not sure if it'll be this year, but yeah. I definitely want to try and, well, if I don't buy a house, I definitely want to try and save up enough money to actually buy a house. It's particularly, well, I've had a little research already, and it's particularly sort of hard for self-employed people to sort of buy a house, because obviously their income is very sporadic compared to those that are employed. I've heard that apparently you need 3 years worth of self-employment, self-assessment to be able to buy a house, which I'm not at yet, but my boyfriend will be by the time we move out of this flat in April. And so I'm really, really hoping that we can just find something that we like, settle down and not have to worry about bloody rent ever again, because it is a ball ache and a half, honestly. So that is the end of this tag. I hope you really enjoyed listening to my answers, and I would love to know like maybe your answers to this tag. Maybe leave them in the down bar in the comments below, or maybe you could even do like a video response or something. I don't know if that's still a thing on YouTube, but I would love to sort of know, because I love like finding out about people, and maybe I'm a little bit nosy but I love like finding out about people. So I'd love to know like how your 2017 went. Was it good? Was it bad? I said I got this tag idea from both Amy Vagabond and Zoe London, so I'll link all their deets in the description bar below, as well as like the original tag video that Amy Vagabond did, because it's simply amazing. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe down below, leave a like, and maybe even leave me a comment just about how your 2017 went and what you want to improve for this year. So I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye bye.